Take the hit, take the hit, take the hit. Welcome back to FPL Take the Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff, and we are in the middle of game week 13. 2 games left, Joffy boy.
It's been crazy. I mean, low scoring week for a lot, but who knows? I think the last kind of couple of games in the previous game weeks just explode. So if Bruno goes nuts and Grealish goes nuts, people could land on some ripper scores.
I hope that everyone out there in FPL land captained either Bruno Fernandes or Grealish and didn't go for KDB like these two idiots.
Oh, look, 4 points, 8 points.
You're an idiot, Joff. Accept it. We shouldn't have captained KDB.
No,
we made a mistake. We underestimated the managerless West Brom. Slaven Bilic got sacked after denying KDB any points hold.
Oh, man.
It was the Johnson show, wasn't it? That was ridiculous.
He's saving everything, man. Like those 2 stoppage time goals, like, they should have been goals.
They were goals. They were goals. Yeah. I mean, I saw them differently to you. They were goals. Right. FPL, give KDB some points.
They did. They gave him 2 bonuses. I've never seen that. I mean, we spoke about Mahrez getting 1. All right.
KDB, captain. Should we keep him, Joff, or should we sell him?
Obviously, we keep him. That's my opinion. I mean, I brought him in for like a 10 and a 14, so 24 points from 2 game weeks. I'm a very loyal guy, so I keep KDB.
People love to just jump on the hate KDB bandwagon. This is so damn expensive. But
he's so expensive.
We'll have to wait and see, mate. Why don't we just jump straight into your team, Joff, see how you're looking for this week?
Let's get this party started, y'all.
I'll just chuck that on screen for you.
Share screen.
Just one moment. There we go.
I think I'm on 49 points for this game week so far.
Get a big one there.
As you can see on the screen.
49 points, Joff. Well done.
Far, pretty happy.
Meslier got you 1 point. Well done.
Meslier. Obviously, Dallas scored. Chilwell assisted. Salah, Son, De Bruyne all did some pointage for me. And Calvert-Lewin and Bamford, just the standard, just the usual. Like they get 5 or 6. They're literally like Carlton Cole. Like I can't believe that we've found another Carlton Cole. But it's like an advanced Carlton Cole. Because Carlton Cole used to just, he was the focal point. I mean, these guys are focal points for their teams. To be fair, very similar actually. What am I saying is different? Yeah. But I'm not happy with that. And obviously got Jack Grealish and vice captain Fernandes, who the away master. So see how that ends up for me. Happy with that though. And how about yourself?
Very good. Yeah, very similar to you, as we have very similar teams. I'm on 44. I got the Dallas goal. I've got the same defense there with Dallas and Chilwell. And James is with the 1-pointer again. Salah, KDB. I've got Fernandes and Grealish left. Very disappointed with Timo Werner. Back-to-back blanks for me. He's really knocking on the door of leaving my team, but with West Ham at home coming up, maybe he might just scrape in a stay.
Kind of why not keep him?
He might stay. So, very average week for me. I mean, the average is pretty low this week. It's only 32, so should pretty much easily beat that this week with the 2 players I have left. So, very interesting, Joe. Very interesting game week 13. Looking forward to game week 14.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Just obviously touching on game week 14, we've got exactly 4 game weeks before our very big blank game week the week.
Named.
Game week 18, Joff.
So we've got the blank.
10 teams playing. 5 games.
5 games.
And then 5 games in game week 18, Joff. Should we rattle them off for everybody out there in TV land?
In TV land, if you want to do it.
Game week 18, we've got Sheffield versus Newcastle, Wolves versus Everton, City versus Brighton, Villa versus Spurs, Arsenal versus Palace. Those are the games that are going to be played.
That's cool. I mean, look, you might as well mention the 10 teams. Is it 10 teams that have got doubles in the next game week? Might as well rattle them off.
In game week 19, we've got West Ham, West Brom, Leicester, Chelsea, Leeds, Southampton, Fulham, Manchester United, Liverpool, and Burnley all playing twice.
Nice.
So very, very lot of fat to chew on, Joff, between now and game week 18. Bearing in mind, game week 16 is the last time you can use your wild card, your current wild card for the start of the season. True. Game week 17, you get a brand new wild card. Game week 18, blank game week. Game week 19, double game week. It's all happening.
It's crazy.
It's all happening.
It's pretty cool. I mean, you could actually use your new wild card if you wanted to, if you already used it, and kind of get yourself a nice team. Because, I mean, you mentioned it in our questions one as well. There hasn't been a wild card, a double game week this early in the season. It's crazy. It's uncharted waters, just like the Project Restart there. Mm-hmm. So, everyone's going to have a different bit of a chip strategy here. But I think anyone that's got 2 free transfers right now is in a really good position because, you can kind of save even thinking about using that wild card. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing now. You've really got to start thinking about what you're going to do in coming up to these blank game week 18 and double game week 19. Really assess where your team is at and start to really make some executive decisions on where you're going to go moving forward towards, if you go your chip strategy, which we're going to get into a little bit later on, Joffy boy.
Yeah, they're very, very true. I mean, double game week 19. I mean, I just want to talk about some potential like players that can do some business here, because you've got Liverpool playing at home twice, which we know Salah, and obviously by then we don't know. Maybe Robertson and TAA are kind of looking a bit better as well, even though Virgil's out for the season. Yes, I'm aware, but I don't know. I mean, imagine they win the next 4, and Robbo and TAA look really good. So honestly, there's so much that can happen here, man. Like even like a free hit. I mean, we'll talk about chip strategy a bit later, but. Liverpool is definitely a big team to kind of got to consider. Mohamed Salah, man, far out.
This guy's having a season.
He's just like see the goal. Season. See the goal. Mm-hmm. Like, what was that?
That's Mohamed. That's classic Mohamed.
He has so many other shots that are just deadly. Don't go in. That does that. Yeah. Just deflected. Just bobbles in. Loris was like, "Are you kidding me?" Far out. But,
I think you got to look at Leeds too.
Leeds as well.
Leeds. I think Leeds, Manchester United, Liverpool, and to a lesser extent Chelsea and Leicester are probably the big ones you got to look at. Yeah. And then for cheapy players, you can look at someone like West Ham, Southampton, maybe Fulham.
Yeah, I like West Ham actually. 2 home games. Souček, one of their defenders. Like maybe Antonio's back.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like that's the thing. That's why I just like this kind of thing as well. You got someone like Calvert-Lewin, and for me, I don't want to get rid of him all season, but it starts playing with it. Starts playing with your teams. You know what I mean? Because you start to take these players out, and all of a sudden they're just missing one game, and then the next game he comes back and does the same shit over again. So it's like I don't know. It's just one of those things where we've got a lot of time to think about this early in the season. First one, it's only fresh for me. I've been there for about 2.5 hours now about this double game week and single game week. So see what happens.
You got to be careful though, because I mean we know that Spurs won't be playing in the double game week. So people out there that are going to hold Son and Kane, you got to really weigh up the decision whether or not you're going to sell them for this double game week. Spurs have Sheffield away, which is a very nice game.
What's that? You know what I mean? What's that? Always.
Son and Kane could easily, equal points with one of these double game week players in a single game week. Especially against the team.
It always works out like that. It always works out like that. You got that player that you've got in your team. Like who's Everton got? I'm curious now.
Everton will be playing Aston Villa
away. So.
Not a bad game, but mate, something to definitely think about there.
It's going to be interesting. The best thing about all these as well, I love about it, is that you're going to have everyone, someone that uses their triple captain, their bench boost, all that kind of stuff, and then the ranks are always like unjust because not everyone's used the same chips. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I try and look at ranks. But it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Fun.
All right, Joff. Well, let's move on to your gut feeling of the week.
Gut feeling.
All right, so my gut feeling of the week, I've gone for a player that we know that what this guy can do. He probably should be classed as a midfielder, but he's not. He's a striker, Mr. Richarlison. So he scored midweek, obviously, and he's looking good. Like he's back. I feel like he's back in town, and with no James at the moment. I'm not sure if James comes back yet or not, but. This guy, but I just think Richarlison is a really good option against Arsenal because Arsenal's just not up to scratch, and Everton just score goals. They like scoring goals. So I
like that. And how much is he owned by?
I think it's like under 5%, like 4.3 or something like that.
It's amazing. Yeah. He's so low owned. But obviously after that red card, he lost a lot of his owners, so it makes sense there.
No choice.
Very nice. I like that pick.
There we go.
Very good. Very good job. All right. Well, we are talking all things double game weeks here. So let's just jump straight into our chip strategy, Joff. Moving forward towards these double game weeks now. I'm gonna open this one up by just saying to have a look at the team you currently possess in your possession. Now it's always a good idea to hold your wild card as much as possible. You're gonna have a brand new wild card in game week 17, so you're gonna be edging to hit that button as soon as you get it. It's like I gotta hit it because you're gonna have that wild card feeling.
Whoa, wild card feeling.
But I'm edging towards patience with the wild card as I always do. So. For me, I've currently got, I'll use myself as an example. I've currently got 9 double game week plays in game week 19. which is, I think it's quite a lot for someone that's
substantial.
In this current situation. So in my current team format, how it's set up, to avoid the wild card, I'll probably be looking at bringing in, using my free transfers from game week 14 to game week 19 to bring in players for the double game week. And then when I get to game week 18, I'll hit that the free hit button. Just have a brand new team for game week 18, which will revert straight back to my game week 19 team, which then I'll have to make a decision on whether or not to bench boost or triple captain, depending on how it all unfolds and form and injuries and all the rest of it. That's just one, obviously, one strategy to look at. But see, Joff's looking at a different one. What are you thinking about?
Man, honestly, like I said, I've only known for about 2.5 hours now. So I mean, I'm still idealizing. I don't know. I'm thinking idolizing. Yeah, I'm thinking about many ideas here, and potentially even free hitting in the double game week or triple captaining in the double game week. Bench boosting, I don't think I'll be looking at that. I like to wildcard, me personally. Like, I mean, he's building his team. He's got 2 free transfers. He can do it. I mean, my team, I got no bench. So there's no chance that I'm going to be bench boosting. I've got to get myself a bench first. I mean, I got to take heaps of hits, which could happen. But I don't know. For me, what I'm looking at is triple captaining potentially game week 19 or potentially even free hitting game week 19 and getting in, having 22 players. So, and then obviously game week 18, maybe having like 7 or 8 play. Like really, I mean, this season I've done pretty well from having no bench and I've had 10 players play twice and I've still had really good weeks both those weeks. So I'm not really fearful of having 8 players play. I've never had that fear. And so this is just, at least it gives you guys food for thought because I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea. It's news for me as well, this double game week. So there's a few little options.
Yeah.
And
we'll definitely be touching on it. Another option you could do is like we have the aforementioned wildcard. You can definitely go hit that wildcard button in 17, build your double game week team and your team moving forward past game week 18. Then, just take, like you said, maybe play 7, play 8, whatever in game week 18.
If they're a good 7 or 8.
Yeah, and then game week 19, there you got your free hit team, but you got your double game week team, and then you can either bench boost or triple captain. But it really depends on where you're at and what you're thinking of doing.
Exactly.
If you really need to hit that wild card early, and then you've got to balance it where you can get a team out for 18 and then have a team that you can play in double game week 19.
Which teams have got doubles and are playing in 18? That's what I want to know right now. So is there any? There's none, is there?
There's none, no.
Yeah, okay. Obviously, that's the way that it works.
That's the way that it works.
Yeah, I guess I understand. I just thinking if it was maybe a cheeky 2 teams.
Yeah, nothing. But they all missed out and they'll play the following week.
Yeah,
it's all FA Cup commitments. They haven't actually done the replays of the Villa postponements or the Manchester United postponements just yet.
Still more.
They're still in lieu, so there's still plenty to come. Plenty to come,
That's
guys.
Crazy, man. It's gonna be a crazy end to the season. I mean, it's just gonna be games galore. It's like it's been. It's just games. It's cool.
So we'll obviously be updating this as we go along. This is just really our really super early thoughts on where your head's at and what you're thinking. But
where's your head at?
If you can hold a transfer any time over the next few game weeks, it's definitely advisable. So you can, as we get closer and closer, you're gonna have more and more information on what you can actually do heading into these this blank game week and double game week. So have a think about that.
Sure.
I've currently got a held transfer, and I'm probably going to try to hold that for as long as possible, whether or not I use it or not. And then there's always the option of taking hits. We all know that.
We love hit taking on.
Can always take a hit. All right, Job. Let's move on to my reckless abandon triple captain pick.
Reckless abandon triple captain pick. Triple captain pick.
This one is for all my Chelsea fans out there.
I'm not even gonna say his name because he's not even playing the way that he should be playing right now. Timo Werner is just he's not living up to his name, his brand. The brand that is Timo Werner. But I'm still living in the Leeds game right now with Timo Werner, where he had an absolute cracker of a game. Should have much more than the assist that he got. And I'm hoping that this Frank Lampard can just pull it together. He's got a home game against West Ham coming up. He's tried the Giroud experiment. It hasn't worked. So maybe he reverts back to what worked with playing Abraham up front with Tim on the left. And he needs to shake it up because at the moment, ever since we lost Ziyech, we've lost creativity.
Yeah, it's gone.
And we're very much lacking in that. And he's going to need to make up for it.
I just think that he's got a bench of Hurts. It's like I think that I just think that he's really letting the team down. He just looks off the pace. Unfortunately, he's obviously made the price tag, all that kind of stuff. We don't know what's going on inside his mind, So I just think Ziyech needs to have a bit of a rest, sit on the bench for a bit.
Havertz.
Havertz. I said Ziyech, didn't I? Yeah, Havertz needs to have a bit of a rest. That's my opinion. But yeah, no, who knows? Reckless abandon. It's crazy enough to work.
It's super crazy, and it's Timo Werner, and I might even be holding him. All right, mate. Let's move on to some form players, Joff. What are we looking at for form players moving into game week 14 here? So, I mean, we've got to talk about Leeds. Obviously, you've got to talk about Leeds United.
The boys. We're not really informed, to be fair. We've lost 3 out of we've lost a few in a row. But
Patrick Bamford.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, having said that, we've got players that are like habitual point scorers, and Patrick Bamford, Mr. Dallas as well. We know what we're going to get from these players. They're really, they just perform week in, week out, and Bamford obviously just gets chance after chance after chance after chance. So you obviously got to keep an eye on Patrick Bamford if you don't own him, and Stuart Dallas. We know he gets forward. He's definitely one to keep an eye on if you don't own him. He's probably the cheapest 4.5 that's got the best value for me.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I mean, playing out of position, absolutely, Dallas.
Oh, he's playing right back again this week.
Oh, he playing right back?
Yeah.
He's got that goal from right back?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
He's sometimes better from right back. He gets even closer to the action.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's good. But you got to talk about Wolves players as well. Neto and Pope.
Neto, mate. Neto.
Yeah, so Neto, I mean, he's got 3 goals and an assist in his last 5 games, and one of them was off the bench. Jimenez is still out. Really good player. Really good player. He's a hog. So you're going to get him scoring, having shots on target as well.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Pedro Neto, especially for that price tag. But if Wolves had a double game week, I'm probably looking at bringing him in this week, but they don't. So
yeah.
I'm not. But definitely someone to think about moving into game week 14 for sure.
True. And I mean, could we talk about any of your? I mean, they blanked this week, but your potential traps of Trap City, because Crystal Palace, Mr. Zaha from Palace, he blanked, and then Mr. Vardy from Leicester, he blanked, but they did all right on the weekend, I think, Nick.
They did, but I mean, they've lived up to their trap potential, and we know that they got trap potential.
They're just reeling people in,
and that's exactly what they're doing. We know that they're both traps, and they're always going to be traps, especially when they blank, and they blanked. So Zaha and Vardy are my traps of the week. Thank you, Joe, for bringing that one up. I appreciate it. Let's have a look at what they got. So we've got Zaha playing Liverpool. He ain't scoring against Liverpool. Let's be honest. And we've got Vardy playing against Spurs. Mate, they aren't even going to have a sniff against Spurs.
Yeah, what's going to happen in that game? You got 2 teams that want to counterattack against each other. Like, how does that go down? I want to watch that game. I want to see who has possession. It's like, so who has more possession loses. Like, that's how that game plays out. What's that?
That's just ludicrous.
I'm actually going to check that. I'm going to check that as soon as, after this stream or whatever, like when that game happens, I'm going to keep an eye on who has less possession and if they won. And then I'm going to make you guys aware of it.
All right, mate, let's move on to some captain picks. Captain picks of the week, Joff. I'm going to start first. I'm going to say Mohamed Salah.
Ooh, Salah.
Palace
really?
Away.
Yeah.
He's definitely he's a captain pick every week, so it's a no-brainer, really.
I think I'm going to captain Fernandes against Leeds.
Another great option. Another very, very good option.
At home, I don't know, like, why not? Why not? He's basically playing away. He loves his away games. He's basically playing away against Leeds because we come out to play against everybody.
But I think KDB, another one. Away to Southampton is a good option. Calvert-Lewin at home to Arsenal. Another good option there. Timo Werner, if you're freaking crazy like me.
Would you do it?
No.
Son and
Kane. I mean,
what's going on here?
What's going to happen in this game? What's going to happen in this game? Especially Son's form is just.
Son could have got goal assist again, man. He could have done it again.
Talking about form players, Jesus Christ,
Son far out. Son is just looking amazing. Like, honestly though, to be fair, that goal was offside. I mean, I had Son in my team. I'm watching the replay, and I see the way he puts the line. I'm like, if they pay this, the VAR is such BS, and it is. But hey, I'll take it. I was like, please call it. I'll take it. I'm sure I copped a few of those, like the Bamford one. Remember the Bamford against Palace?
That hurt, man.
So I think it was justice for that.
That was painful. I totally agree with you, Joe.
But yes, I mean, there's some nice
captain picks for everybody
this week, and I think I'm pretty happy with that. So
all right, mate, let's move on to our league roundup for the week. I'll just whack that on screen for everybody to see.
Who's on top now?
All right, let's have a look who's on top.
Any movement?
Got the Hara Unicorns.
Ooh.
Palo Hara on top.
Like
Lamb Chops play-alongs in second, and Kirill in third with the new champ.
Kirill.
Let's have a quick look at Hara's Unicorns, see how they're doing. These mythical beasts. Oh, Mendy in goal. Diaz getting a nice fat 0. Walker Peters,
goal.
Dallas. De Bruyne, Son, Fernandes, Grealish. Great midfield there. Vardy, Calvert-Lewin, Adams up front. Very nice. Justin, Basuma, and Mitchell on the bench.
Got the 2 players.
Very nice team. Well. Currently ranked 3, nearly 4K in the world.
Far out. There you go.
Very good, mate. Very good. Good on you, Hora.
Good on you.
Horahani. What's that guy's name?
Yeah, Horahan from Aston Villa.
All right, let's jump into our Patreon league. We've got consolation prize on top. Oh, freshly on top, Gary Moore. Well done.
Gary.
David Power has dropped off top spot. Mo Salah, yes, please, in second. And Kuguri FC in third.
Georgie.
Let's have a look at Gary Warwood's team, Job. 45 pointers.
Gaza Luch. Robertson still got him respect. Look at that back line. I like it.
Very nice.
Hadamola, Lookman as well in the middle as well. Captain KDB, like many of us. Yes.
So Chilwell, Dallas, Robertson in the back line. Salah, Lookman, KDB, Grealish, Watkins, Kane, Calvert-Lewin up front. Suchek, first bench. Very nice team there.
Obviously, Grealish and Watkins left, so could get yourself a nice, you can even get a 60-point week there if Villa does what we expect.
Yeah, so Gary's 250K. Well done.
Well done.
Very good. Very well done there,
done,
gentlemen.
Guys. And you probably should talk about, is there any future plans for the next game week, like for your team or anything like that?
Yeah, let's have a look at our teams, Joe.
I got something to confess. I've already made a transfer.
Oh, what a surprise. Joe makes the early moves.
Just transferring like crazy. This season's been insane. But so
I'll bring you up your team, Joe, so you can
bring
take
up
us
the
through
team.
it.
So basically what I have done already was I got myself a bench, and then Mick, you wouldn't believe it. I did this because Kilman was about to go down. And I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to get any kind of bench. So I was like, make the early move. And I was on Lewis all day, Jamal Lewis from Newcastle. I was like, just have a look, Jock. Just have a look. So I had a look, and Mr. Veltman from Feldman from Seinfeld from Brighton, and he basically he played like 90 for like the last how many weeks, and he didn't start this game.
Wow,
just like Matty Ryan didn't start. So
interesting rotation.
I'm still going to start him in the next game. I bought him. I'm going to start him, and if he doesn't start, he doesn't start. But I think it's rotation, so I reckon he starts. So, yeah, my one move this week is Veltman in and Kilman out. So, switching over the men.
Anything else you can do with it?
No.
That's it?
I'm happy with that.
You're done for the week? All right. And who are you going to captain this week, mate?
100% Bruno.
Bruno?
Can't see myself not captaining Bruno.
Very nice. All right, let's have a look at my team, mate.
What about you, Mick?
So, I've got 2 free transfers to attack this lot here with. Ooh. So, currently I'm playing McCarthy in goal, James, Target, Chilwell at the back, Salah, Fernandes, De Bruyne, Grealish up in the middle, and Werner, Bamford, and Calvert up front. So I've got 2 free transfers here. I'm going to captain Fernandes too, I think. I've got the vice on De Bruyne at the moment. That could change, though, depending on what happens tomorrow with Fernandes' his fixture coming up. So True. I will wait and see what happens there before I firmly plant that captaincy on somebody. Yep. In the meantime, I've got 2 free transfers to really mull over here on what to do. I did say that Werner was going to have 3 weeks to prove himself. He's really disappointed in the first 2. Yeah. So it could be make or break for him against West Ham next week. I don't really care about the price drop. If that happens, it happens. I think West Ham's a decent fixture at home. So he may stay of execution somehow. So I got a move to make. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
You always have the same. You got the same conundrum.
Not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm at the moment. I'm thinking it might be a move like it could be someone like Target to Kufal or something with the double game weeks in mind.
Oh, really?
Could be something like that. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but it won't be anything sinister. It won't be anything crazy.
It's pretty good. You having two free transfers in mind. You got Macy on the bench. You can change as your keeper as well. Like at any given point. I'm not saying do it this week, but I'm saying it's good. You're in a good position there. Like obviously with the having 9 players and 2 freebies, it's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
I am unsure on what I'm going to do. It's going to be it's a bit fresh to even be thinking about it. I believe at the moment, but it will be bearing in mind double game weeks. Like I will be building towards that game week 19 double game week. I believe at this moment, but all shall be seen. Josh, all right, mate. Well, before we jump out of here, I'm going to do a quick Patreon shout out. Thank you very much, Samuel Deering, George Sikakis, Stephen Bailey, Gary Warwood, Carl Brett, David Parra, Bradley Emmott, David Jereb, Ivan Kovacevic, Alec Maz, Zach, Damian Roberts, and a very special, very heartfelt thank you to all our producers out there.
Thanks,
at the Salah level, Wesley Quark, Bert Van Goys, Shahir Hamid, Patrick Carney, Lewis Hughes, and Sammy Horner. You're all legends. Guys. We love you all.
We love you all. Respect.
That's it. So a bit of a quick one from us, a bit of a quick turnaround today, but I think we got the crux of it, got the core of it.
We did good.
Got in there.
That's it.
Got out there.
Good luck the rest of game week. What are we? 13, and good luck game week 14, and just keep that chin up and just do the best you can, guys. That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
That's it, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us, guys. If you do want to support us, head over to patreon.com/FPL Take the Hit. We appreciate all your support, and it really helps us keep doing what we're doing. We bought a brand new system this season. We're always upgrading. Thanks to all our beautiful patrons for helping us improve the pod, improve the podcast, improve the YouTube streaming, and all the rest of it.
Appreciate it.
I think next maybe it's a camera. Maybe a camera upgrade's next. Maybe a laptop upgrade. Who knows? Either way, thank you very much, guys. As we say at FPL Take the Hit, always remember to stay positive,
accept the reds, and embrace those green arrows, guys.
Good luck in game week 14, guys. We'll see you soon.
Ciao.